Hey everyone. Hey. Come on in. Um, so glad to see you today. So glad to be here with you today. I can't see you. You can see me if you're watching this, but I can't see you. But I think I'm going to jump on Facebook Live at the same time and just bring everybody in here. Get rid of that telemarketer. So, um, I would love for you to subscribe to this YouTube channel and um, hit the notification bell. And that way, when I bring you things, then you can see things and you can be a part of that. Let's see here. I guess it's ready. All right. So, yeah. Well, hey, Facebook Live, and also I'm live on YouTube. I would love for you to go and subscribe to my YouTube channel because I'm dedicated. I'm going to be putting out videos every day because I want to grow my channel. I want to help you guys. I want to share some things that will maybe uh, make it easier to do life. So if you're joining with Facebook, go to YouTube and just type in Jack Midkiff, JACKMIDKIFF. And if you're on YouTube, why don't you share it with all of your people on all the different things? And you know what? I want to jump right into this today because I don't want to be on here a long time because I'm going to do these every day. So I want to give you something helpful and then just let you go on about your day. I have a lot of people come to me and tell me that they feel stuck. A lot of people come to me and say, I feel stuck in my marriage. We are not going in the right direction, or I feel stuck in my finances. I feel stuck in, um, whatever. I even had someone recently come to me and say, I feel stuck in this addiction. I feel stuck in this cycle of bad behavior, whatever, however they said it. And I just want to share a few things with you because, quite frankly, I don't think you're stuck. I think you're repeating. I think and what you're repeating is same thoughts, same reactions, same excuses. All those things are the same. It's just a different day. And one thing that I've tried to start doing is get up every morning, and before I get on social media, before I get on any kind of entertainment, so to speak, I try to get my mind and my affirmations and my word and my thoughts and my whole being just going in the right direction. And one way I do that is I say every day, this is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. The next way that I do that is I've got certain things that I say. One thing that I say every day is I can see as good as I did when I was 20 years old. I will live to be an old man. My natural forces will not be abated, and my eyesight will not grow dim. I also say I'm so happy and grateful that money comes to me in increasing quantities from multiple sources on a continuous basis. So you're not really stuck. What happens is we get in this cycle, in this repeating cycle. And I'm just going to tell you today that unstuck starts in your mind. You've got to get your mind right. You got to get your thoughts right. You got to get your heart right. You got to get your feelings right. So a lot of people, they think they need a breakthrough when really all that you need is a mental interruption. You just, if your thinking doesn't change, your life won't change. If your attitude don't change, your circumstances won't change. If the feelings don't change, then the direction won't change. So I really believe that unstuck starts in your mind and in your heart. I am a spirit, I live in a body, and I possess a soul. My soul is my mind, my will, my intellect. Listen, this works if you're a Christian, if you're not a Christian. I want you to be a Christian, but if you're not a Christian, this still works because it's sound universal law. First of all, I'm going to give you three things today, and they're just really simple things to do, but sometimes they're a little difficult to implement because we've got these cycles and these circles and these repeats set in our life. And neuroscience calls it uh, neuropathways. Well, there's a thing called neuroplasticity that means you can change the pathways in your brain. You can change the direction of your life. You can change the things that you do by changing your patterns and changing your habits. Is that easy? Nobody said it was going to be that easy, but it's doable. And quite frankly, it's not as hard as you think it is. It's just a decision. And so the first thing is you got to break the mental loop. You can't change what you keep justifying in your life. You can't do it. You can't change what you keep justifying. Your stuck place is a pattern. That's what it is. If you're stuck, I'm just going to be straight with you. If you're stuck in a body that you're overweight in, it's not a prison, it's a pattern. If you're stuck in a place of depression, it's not a prison, it's a pattern. It's a pattern of thinking. If you're stuck in a place that you're always without and you don't have what you need financially, I don't believe it's a prison. I believe it's a pattern. And you've been rehearsing the same thoughts so long, it feels like truth. You've been doing the same thing so long, it feels like truth. Thoughts like, I can't, it's too late, I don't know how, I'm just not sure how this is going to work. Um, Listen, awareness is the beginning of a disruption. If you want to disrupt the stuck that you're in, you've got to change the patterns that you've been repeating. And awareness is the way that we do that. We've got to become aware. I need to make different decisions about this, and this. I need to make different decisions in my life with my health. If you want to be healthy, then do healthy things. If you want to think, if you want clear thinking, you got to think certain things and certain thoughts, and you got to believe that. You've got to live that. You've got to repeat that. And so I don't believe, to be honest with you, I don't believe you're stuck in your life. I believe that you're in a loop. So the first thing is you got to break the mental loop, because as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. There's an old proverb, and it's not a biblical proverb. It's just, as is within will also be without. Meaning, what you feel on the inside will show up around your life every day and in every way. So, you just got to break that. And the way you break that is, number one, and this is the next thing, rewrite the story. So, excuse me, your life moves at the speed of what you believe. So what do you believe? What do you believe? Do you believe that you're just destined to live a life of lack? Do you believe that you're just, I've heard people say just recently that, well, I can't lose weight because, my body's just made differently. Listen, I love you and I ain't trying to be mean to you, but that's a lie and that's not true. I'm not saying you're lying. You've believed the lie. If you want to be healthy, be healthy. Start doing healthy things. Listen, my dad died at 54 years old because a lot of my childhood, I remember him going to the Cleveland Clinic. I think it was such a big deal that he went and flew somewhere. He went to the Cleveland Clinic and he got this heart catheterization. I'm talking, this is the 1970s, guys. It's heart caths are just done every day now. They're so much easier. They're so much more common. Back then, it was a big, big deal. And you know what he never did? And I love my dad and I respect my dad, and I don't anybody say anything bad about my dad. But you know what he never did? He never did change his lifestyle. He never did change the way that he ate. He never did change the way that he dealt with stress and the way he dealt with issues in his life. And you know what? I want to be here longer for my children. I want to be here longer for me. You know what? A lot of times we say things like, well, I want to be here for my children. I do want to be here for my children because I know what it feels like not to have a parent at a very young age. But I'm here to tell you, I want to be here for me because life has so many wonderful things, but you have to rewrite the story. You have to rewrite what you are doing. You're not responding um, to reality a lot of times. A lot of times we're responding to the interpretation of reality. I believe that the interpretation of reality today is that you're supposed to get a 9 to 5 job, work it for 25 to 40 years, and then you retire and you just go on a vacation every once in a while, and you just live out until you give out and all that. I don't believe you have to be that way. I believe that you can be your own boss. I believe that you can live your own. I believe that you can go the direction that you feel led by the Holy Spirit to go. I don't think you have to be. There's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5, nothing wrong with doing those things, but do them because you want to. Nothing wrong with going on a vacation once a year. I'm not a big vacation guy, to be honest with you. I feel guilty every time I go on a vacation, and I usually try to make a vacation a work time. And I'm not saying that's great either, but I'm just telling you, I'm not a big vacation guy. I want to live a lifestyle, however, that I enjoy myself every day. And I do. I do that. When I go somewhere, I enjoy myself. Just last week, my wife and I went to Florida for a roundtable, a ministers' roundtable meeting. While we were there, we got out and we just searched out homes. When we had a few moments between sessions, we didn't go back to the room and sleep. We went out. Never saw President Trump's house before. I got to see Mar-a-Lago. Um, didn't even know where I was going. Just, oh, okay, there it is. My point is, I don't I don't want to live a life where work and then take a vacation, work and take a vacation. Nothing wrong with vacations, nothing wrong with working, but why can't you? Why can't we? Let me say it this way: I want to live a life to where, you know what, every day is an adventure. Sure, there's days that have more pressure to get things done. There's days that I've got to accomplish things. There's days that I've got to buckle down, as the old saying goes, and there's days that I can be a little freer. But I don't have a day in my life that I don't enjoy what I do because I'm following. It isn't because I couldn't go out and make more money somewhere else. It isn't because of those things. It's because I'm following the calling on God of God on my life. And I believe that we can all do that. I believe that you have a purpose, but you've got to rewrite that story. As long as you defend the story of, well, I can't do any better. It's just the way life is. It's just, things just happen. Things are just this way. As long as you defend the story, you delay the breakthrough. By the way, everybody that's joining me on Facebook Live right now, glad you're here. But also be sure to go to my YouTube channel because I'll be putting out a video every day. And be sure to go to my YouTube channel and subscribe and hit the notification bell. And because I may or may not be doing lives every day, I may just be putting videos out every day, and I want you to be a part of those. So yeah, the first thing is you've got to break the mental loop. The second thing is you got to rewrite the story. You've got to replace the belief with a directive. Instead of saying, I can't figure this out, say something like, I'll find a way or I'll create a way. I'll figure out a way or I'll plow a new way. That's the way you get out of being stuck. You know what? I've never dealt with this in a marriage before, but I'll figure it out. We're going to make it. This is just a small stop. You got to rewrite that thing instead of saying, oh my God, what are we going to do? I don't know how to fix this. Listen, you don't have to know everything. You just have to be willing to figure it out. And you can, but it starts with rewriting the story of what you believe. Change the story and you change the ceiling over your head. Do you hear what I just said? Change the story and you change the ceiling over your head. All right, the last thing I want to tell you today, and I told you this wasn't going to be a real long video, but you got to move before you feel ready. If you feel stuck, you got to do something. Quit repeating the same things every day and expecting a different result. That is absolute um, craziness. That's absolute insanity. I think Albert Einstein's the one who said that. If you do the same thing every day and expect a different result, it's insanity. And so you got to move before you're ready. Action breaks stuck. So if for instance, and I don't know why I keep going back to marriage today. I don't know if somebody's hearing this that needs um, something in your marriage to change or whatever. But if you keep running on the same issue every time, every day, every time you talk about this, then you've got to change something. That when you take action and believe with your heart that you got this, feelings follow movement. So you can rewrite the feelings. Like I said earlier, the whole neuropath thing, neuroplasticity. If you want something different in your life, you've got to be thinking different in your mind. You've got to be believing different. And the way that you believe different is that you start saying different and acting different and walking differently. Waiting until you feel ready is the best way to stay stuck. Well, I'm gonna change when I'm gonna lose weight when when my body starts cooperating. Listen, your body ain't never going to cooperate. You got to make a decision that you're going to make your body cooperate. You ain't never going to want to get up and exercise every day. You're not going to want to stop eating that comfort food. You're not going to want to do that. That's never going to come. You got to make a decision. It's just like this. I am a spirit, a living body, and a possessed soul. So the way that I have to look at my body and my mind, because I am a spirit, you know what? From conception, I'm alive and I will always be alive. It isn't because this body will be alive, because I live in this body. I'm a 3-part being. I'm spirit, soul, and body. And my soulish realm is my mind, my will, my intellect, my thinking. And so what I have to do is I have to make a decision with my spirit, and I have to act like treat my body and my soul, my mind, my will, my intellect, just like an thermostat in your house. You don't go to your thermostat in your house and go, well, Mr. Thermostat, I hope that you like it, but I'm gonna turn you up, or I'm gonna turn you. No, I don't do that. I walk over the thermostat. Last night, I went over the thermostat. It got cold in East Tennessee last night. I turned the heat on and I turned it up to 70. I never have it on 70 in my house. Winter, spring, fall, summer, always on 68 degrees. But last night I was cold and I couldn't get warmed up. So I didn't ask the house if I could have permission. You can't ask your body for permission to exercise. You can't ask your body for permission to quit eating wrong stuff. You can't ask your emotions to get in line and ask for forgiveness from your spouse, or just change. A lot of times they don't want forgiveness. They want you to ask forgiveness or say sorry. Just change. So the way we do that is we make a decision. And one of the fastest way to stay stuck is go, well, I'm just going to wait till I feel ready. You're not going to change. It ain't going to change. If you do it when you feel ready, it ain't going to change. You got to do it now. You got to make the decision. Neuroscience teaches me, as I have studied it quite a lot in the last year, that your reality actually changes the moment you make the decision with your mind. Now, your circumstances may take a few minutes or a few days or a few months or maybe a year, I don't know, to come in line. But your life changes the moment you make the decision. Why? Because as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. You've got to make the decision that you're going to change. Progress does not come from clarity. Progress creates clarity. So when you make the decision and you start looking at it from a different perspective, then all of a sudden momentum begins to build up, and momentum creates confidence, and confidence gives you the power to say, you know what, I'm not going to eat that extra biscuit. I'm not going. We had biscuits and gravy last night. Telling on myself, but I'm not going to eat that thing or that stuff or whatever. I know from a personal experience, someone close to me in my family, diabetes can be cured. I know doctors say it's uncurable. I get that. But you know what? I disagree with that because I know someone close to me that has gotten off of the pump, the insulin pump. They've got off the insulin medicine. You know why? Because they made a decision that they were going to do something that was not necessarily normal or easy for their flesh, but they made a decision. They wanted to live and they wanted to have health and they wanted to have life. They lost a bunch of weight. They are living their best life now. You know why? Because they made the decision. And when you make the decision, you don't you don't wait. You just do it and change. If you're going to change the story, do it now. And you don't think your way out of a situation completely. You think it, you make the decision, and then you act on it. That's the thing. You got to move. You got to move. Make a decision today. If you have been having trouble in your marriage, make the decision today that you're going to change whatever is causing the problem in you. If you have a weight problem, quit blaming it on everything else. Quit acting like your body, you can't lose weight because your body makeup. That's a lie. That's not true. It's not true scientifically. It's not true biblically. Well, I can never be wealthy because, I come from people that's not wealthy. I come from a background. That's a lie. You can, if you want to go scripturally, the Bible says, God says, I would that you would prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers. And the word also says it gives you the power to get wealth. So here's how I'm going to leave you today. If you're feeling stuck, first of all, remember, unstuck starts in your mind. You don't need more time. You don't need more information. What you need, are you ready? That's the best drum roll I can do with my mouth. You need a decision. You decide today. Facebook, you need a decision. YouTube, you need a decision. Make the decision. And then when you make a decision, then you got to also make it kind of like in two parts. Okay, I've decided to do this. And secondly, every decision after this will support this decision. All right. If y'all have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, do it. Go subscribe. Go find it. Facebook, go find my YouTube channel and subscribe. I'm going to be doing these every day. I may not be doing Facebook Lives every day, but I want you guys to be involved. So go to YouTube. Thank you, Renee Brewer. Thank you for subscribing. I see you on YouTube. But go and subscribe. And on Facebook, I'll put it in the comments before I post this video. I just wanted to kind of jump on here today and make y'all aware of what I was doing. All right. Everybody have a good day. And you know what? Remember, unstuck starts with the decision. All right. See y'all.